From the beautiful new rec center here at Conestoga College, it's time for OCAA women's volleyball, the Conestoga Condors against the Boreal Vipers. Welcome courtside, I'm Mitchell Botter, joined by my co-host Jordan Young to bring you the call of this afternoon's game. And Jordan, both these teams here at the halfway point of the season have really struggled so far.
Yeah, neither of the teams so far have achieved a win yet, so it's going to be really hard to tell who's going to take it for the win tonight.
Absolutely. So what are both these teams going to have to do to hopefully win this game and hopefully turn their seasons around?
Well, looking at the Condors, they do have that height advantage. They have Martina Magnus at 6'6", Alex Pothier at 6'1", and Tori Kozak at 6. So if you have those players up at the front of the net, that's really going to give them that blocking advantage. However, Alex is the only veteran player of that team, so that lack of experience might give the Boreal Vipers an advantage with their team being much more experienced. But even with that experience, they haven't achieved a win, so it is really hard to tell.
So absolutely, it's going to be a battle of height versus experience. We're getting ready for our national anthem now. Let's go to that. All right, so welcome back. Getting ready for now for a battle of two teams that are still seeking their first win, Boreal and Conestoga. Starting lineups now being announced. Let's listen in.
Got the Boreal Vipers coming up. Got their players there.
All right, so there was our starting lineups. Looking at the starting lineups for Conestoga, Brittany Gulek, 5'5", but really a good net present there, 53 digs so far this season. Also starting on the lineup for Conestoga, Tori Kozak, 34, the team leader in kills. They'll be looking to her for a good offensive showing. Also on the starting lineup, Martina Magnus, 6'6". We talked about her off the opening. They're going to look towards her to get those jousts and get those good blocks up towards the net. Looking at the Boreal side of the lineup, one of their starters who we have here is Christian Boudreau. She has 7 kills, 22 digs so far this season, standing at only 5'3", which is they're going to look to her to get some of those low digs, get them up, and hopefully give them a chance to score some pretty good points here.
All right, we're getting ready to start the game now. Got the players all lined up.
Boreal College, for those of you who may be unfamiliar with Conestoga's opponent here, they're located in Sudbury, pretty new on the college scene, opened their doors in 1995, specializing in applied arts and technology. One other thing we should go over is for those of you unfamiliar with volleyball, the rules. So basically, score a point, you want the ball to fall on your opponent's side of the court, score points. You need 25 points to win a set. Best of 5 sets, so basically first team to win 3 sets, and the 5th set, if it is required, is only played to 15. Getting ready now to start this game. Conestoga in white, Boreal in green. Here's the opening serve. Pretty good there, and a serve ace, as we had number 15 in green. Emily Goulet just not able to dig that one out. Another serve there for Kyla Booten for Conestoga. Good serve here back. A good dig there by Christine Boudreau.
There's the pass. There's
a good
the
hit
attack.
there, and just in. That would be Tori Kozak there with a good kill on that one. Back to the line is Kayla Booten, ready to serve. Good overhand serve there, and a nice dig by Courtney Phillips. And there we see there, to Conestoga, one of the things we talked off the opening is their ability to get those blocks up. We saw that there, two of their big players up at the front line, just able to get those blocks up. And that's going to be very important for them to win this game. Good rally going now here. Set. A good hit there.
Nice fake by Martina.
And Martina Magnus picking up a good kill there.
That height advantage is really showing at this point so far.
Absolutely. Conestoga taking a good 3-0 lead here early. Booten back to serve. Here's the set. Good hit there, but a nice block. We'll go for it again. Here's another good hit. And that one just falling inbounds. Boreal picking up their first point of the night. Adrienne Sosi back at the line to serve. And a good one there, a bit of a floater, easily dug out by Conestoga and right back to the Boreal team. And a good dig there. That was, I believe, Caleb Booten attempting to dig that one out.
Adrienne Sosi, number 17, back again with serve.
Good serve there, right over. Here's the set. Big hit.
Good rally by Condors.
We saw a big block there by Boreal to keep that one alive. That's good. They got to keep that up today.
Good rally going on here by both teams.
Oh, and a nice
the Boreals
attempt.
get the point.
An attempt diving serve there by Alex Pothier, just not able to get it. Back now, Adrienne Sosi to serve. This one dug out and back over to the other side, so here's Boreal again. Big hit, and just a nice tip there by Emily Goulet to get it over, but the play's still alive. And there we saw Tori Kozak, unfortunately hitting that one right into the net, point Boreal. Sosi back at the line, here to serve.
Good serve by Audrey.
Just had to get that one over, but a bit crossed up there was Boreal, just not able to get that free ball, just not able to dig it out, so Conestoga will pick up that point. Savannah Sams now back at the line to serve for Conestoga. Good overhand serve, just barely made it over the net. A good hit there by Christine Boudreau, but just out of bounds for Boreal.
Savannah Sams does have a good amount of kills and digs, so we'll see how this helps tonight.
Absolutely, and they'll be looking for her for a lot of points there as Conestoga picks up yet another point there on the ace. This game now tied 5-5 as Stephanie Sicard steps back to serve for Boreal. Good serve there, good dig. And a nice big hit there. Tori Kozak, they're going to be looking to her for a lot of points, leading the team in kills. She's going to be a large part of their offensive game here this afternoon. We see now Martina Magnus stepping back to serve for Conestoga. Here's Martina. Unfortunately, serving that one right into the net. That'll be a service error and another point for Boreal. That's Emily Goulet coming back to serve for Boreal. Good overhand
Good
serve.
hit.
Good play at the net, good hit, but a good attempted block there by Boreal. That was Emily Wan, Melanie Leisure going for the block there, but Conestoga able to power it right through and pick up a point. Tori Kozak now back to serve for the Condors. Good jump serve there. Unfortunately, though, right into the net. So she just needs a little more power on that. But if she can pull that off, that's going to be a powerful tool for her from the serve line.
She had a lot of great momentum there, but yeah, she just needed to get it a little higher.
Absolutely. Christine Boudreau back now to serve for Boreal. Was up there, and a good placed serve there as Conestoga just a bit crossed up, not able to get to it. Boreal will pick up that point. They're now leading 8-7. And we're going to have a timeout here now on the court. So a pretty close game here early. Boreal leading 8-7. Head coach Mark Savage is going to like that for Boreal.
Quite an early timeout for the teams, I must say.
Absolutely. And you know what? They're just going to... It's been a pretty good game so far. Both these teams, as we mentioned off the top, still winless. And this is going to be an important win here today, because before you can beat some of the big teams, the Humbers of the world, you need to start at the bottom. So this is going to be an important one for both these teams to pick up the win. And to get that momentum going, we're going to take a look at a replay from that first part of the game here now. So Mark Savage now. Mark Savage over at the Boreal bench trying to regroup his team, telling them just to keep that up. Speaking of Coach Savage, in his 6th year with the team now, he coached between 2004 and 2008, decided to return this year, so a 6-year veteran behind the bench for Boreal, hoping that that'll be able to turn around an 0-18 team as Boreal was last year. So back into the game now, Martina Magnus, or sorry, that was Kristen Boudreau for Boreal, stepping up to serve.
Nice hit.
Good serve there, some good digs for Conestoga, and oh, a bit of a fake out there.
It was a great fake, but it just...
And sometimes that's what you got to do, you know, pretend you're going for that big hit, but just a little tip to perfectly place the ball. Sometimes that's all you need.
That might be what gives the Boreal Vipers an edge in this, is just doing some fakes on the Condors.
Absolutely, so we'll be looking for that the rest of the way.
Good hit.
Stephanie Sicard with a good hit there. Here's the set. Oh, unfortunately, Emily Dorner hit there right into the net in front of her. Conestoga picks up the point on that one. Good serve there, but unfortunately right back into the net. So a serve error there for Conestoga. A point for Boreal, and the ball will go back the other way. Good hit there. Dug out. Good set at the net. And just a bit of another one of those, probably one of those fakes, but just a bit of a free ball over to Boreal. Here's the set. Good hit there, but a nice dig. Nice dig there by number 5 in white. Set. And just having to get that one over there. Good hit. Unfortunately, out of bounds there. Number 7 in white, Savannah Sams. Unable to keep that one in bounds. So Boreal will pick up a point on that one.
Melanie Ledger back again with the serve. A good serve. Almost hit the net, though. Good rallying between Boreal.
Good set. A nice attempt there. And that one
a nice attempted block, but it just got through her block.
Kristen Boudreau trying to dig that one out for Boreal. Alex Pothier back to serve now for the Condors.
Alex Pothier being the only veteran of the Condors team.
Yeah, they're going to be looking to her a lot this year, both for leadership and for offensive conversion. Free ball back over the Condors. Here's the set. And just a bit of a tip there. Martina Magnus. Another free ball back over to Conestoga. Good set. Good hit, but a nice dig there by Emily Warren. And another nice attempt at a dig there for the Condors. That was Alex Pothier, just not quite able to dig that low one out. So Boreal will pick up a point.
I must say both teams have some good rallies going on right now.
Absolutely. And that's, as we talked about off the opening, these teams being, you know, both of them being 0-8 teams, they're pretty close skill-wise. But so we're expecting a close game here today. That one tipped out of bounds, so Boreal will pick up that point.
Roy. Boreal taking the serve. Nice good hit.
Just able to get that one over, but that'll do. Good hit there at the net. And Martina Magnus able to get that one in point Conestoga. Or sorry, point Boreal on that one. Nice serve there. Oh, a close one there.
Incredible dig.
Martina Magnus trying to dig that one out. Just not able to, as Boreal will pick up the point. Boreal now leading here 15-9 in the first set.
Hold. Thank you, dear. All right, go ahead.
Substitution now for Conestoga. Savannah Sams comes out of the game.
Boreals with the serve once again.
Oh, not quite good enough there, as that one by Emily Roy goes straight into the net, and the ball will be turned over to Conestoga. Kyla Boutin here with the serve for Conestoga.
Kyla Boutin is probably one of their strongest servers, I must say.
Yeah, and that's something that's going to be really important here today, is good serves. That one there out of bounds. Conestoga will get the point and the serve here as Kyla Boutin steps up once again to serve.
Nice serve by Kyla.
Up and over, a nice dig. And that one maybe a bit tied up, but they're a bit, of miscommunication there by Boreal, but they're able to get it over. And with Conestoga serving that one straight into the net, Boreal will pick up a point. Boreal now leading here in the first set, 16-11. Adrienne Sosi now back to serve at the line for Boreal. Here's the hit, a bit of a high one. Conestoga digs this one out. Here's the set. Big hit
nice
there.
Attack by Tori.
Tori Kozak, and we've talked about her quite a bit, leading the team in kills. An important offensive player here for the Condors.
She is one of the team's first-year captains, and I would say this attacking and her serves might be a lot of help for this, especially her height. Her height is going to be a definite advantage for the Condors.
Absolutely, and that's an important storyline here, is the height. And I believe a double touch being called there for Boreal, so the point will be awarded to Conestoga. Good serve here, unfortunately, right into the net, so the ball will be turned over to Boreal. Stephanie Sicard here back now to serve for Boreal. Good hit there, good place, and a great diving play there by Conestoga. Free ball back over to the Condors. Good
Great
set.
Rally. Tori comes for the attack, but it comes right back to the Condors.
Right into the Conestoga block, and you know, we've talked a lot about the height of Conestoga and the lack of height of
This
Boreal.
is exactly probably what the Boreal Vipers are going to need. They're going to need that type of blocking.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
type of teamwork to help give them an advantage in this.
They have to say, you know what, we know we're not the tallest team in the world, but we can still get up there and get those blocks when we need to. It's that good hit there. Number 9 in green, Melanie Leisure. Able just to tip it off a Conestoga player out of bounds. Boreal will pick up the point. 19-13 lead now for Boreal. Stephanie Sicard here with the serve. Good set here. A good hit. Another one right into the Boreal block there. So that's something we're seeing early here consistently, is Boreal's ability to get up and get those blocks. Seeing the ball falling there.
Tina Magnus coming up with the serve now. A good serve by Martina.
Absolutely, and a bit of confusion there perhaps, as Melanie Leisure just not quite sure if she should go for that one, and her teammate comes in and makes an attempted diving dig there, but not quite able to get it.
Boreal has to focus on that communication as a team, otherwise it's going to be the end of them.
Absolutely, and communication is so important to volleyball, to make sure all the areas of that court are covered. Nice set there, that one out of bounds.
Much better communication between the Vipers, but
absolutely, Conestoga will take that point.
Martina serving once again.
Nice overhand serve there. Nice set, nice hit right into
Good
the Conestoga
block.
block. This one's still alive though, and it will fall on the Condors side of the court. Boreal will pick up a good point there. Boreal now leading 20-16 here in the first set. Emily Goulet here now to serve for Boreal. And not quite good enough there as that one goes straight into the net. Service error and a point for Conestoga. Tori Kozak now back to serve for the Condors. Big jump serve there. Dug out there by Boreal. Good set, good hit. This one's still alive.
A good fake by by Alex Pothier.
The third touch just got to get it over, and they do. Bit of a miss there on the attempted big hit there by Leisure, but not quite able to get it. Conestoga knocks that one down.
Good kill there.
Conestoga starting to claw back here in the first set. Boreal leading this one still 20-18. Kozak with the serve. And that one just out of bounds. So Boreal will now be leading 21-18 here.
A little too much power in Tori's hit, but if she tones it down just a little bit, she'll get it in the right spot.
Just a little, and that's what you have to watch with those big jump serves. That you can you're able to get it over the net, but not too much power so it goes out of bounds. Boutreau here to serve. Just gets that one over, dug out by Conestoga.
Corey with that hit.
That one just off the Conestoga block. Another big hit, another great dig there. Emily Goulet able to dig that one out. Conestoga will pick up the point. Brittany Goulet here back at the line to serve. Here's a good set. Over, unfortunately, the attempted hit there by Melanie Leisure right into the net. And we're going to have another timeout here. Boreal calling the timeout now. 21-20, still leading, but that lead narrowing. And we're seeing a very close game here today.
This is becoming a very close game indeed. The couple points in the game, communication wasn't as great with the Vipers. They really keep it up with that communication. They really focus on that. That is going to help their team. However, as we can kind of see with the Condors, we are seeing that height advantage.
So we're going to now take a look at some highlights there from so far in the first set. And here you see just a good set, a good hit, but an even better block there by Alex Pothier. That one was a point for Conestoga. Just have to string a couple of those together. And one thing we should point out about the rules of volleyball is for a team to win a set, not only do you have to have 25 points or more, but you have to have a lead of 2 or more. So with a tight game like this, remember that if Boreal or Conestoga reaches 25, they have to be leading by 2, or the set will continue until that condition is met. And Brittany Goulet with the serve. Good set, good hit there. Nice dig. This one back over to Boreal's side. Unfortunately, they're right into the net for Conestoga. So just have to be careful when you're getting those big hits in front of the net that they'll be able to go over the net so you can pick up those points. Melanie Leisure now here serving for Boreal. Able to get that one over, but dug out by Conestoga. Big hit there, perfectly placed by Alex Pothier. We've talked a lot about her tonight, and we probably will the rest of this game. And there she is again, back at the line to serve for Conestoga. Nice overhand serve. That one going out of bounds, unfortunately, though. Boreal will pick up the point. Emily Roy back now to serve for Boreal. 23-21 is the lead for Boreal at this point. Oh, and a nice tip just off the net, but it'll work.
A nice attack.
Great dig there. We saw a great dig there by Courtney Phillips in green. Boreal picking up that point. Emily Roy now back again to serve. Good set. Just a bit of a tip over there. Boreal able to dig it out. And a nice dive and dig there by Courtney Phillips to keep that one alive. And a great hit there again. Martina Magnus able to knock that one over where no one was covering it to pick up the point for Conestoga.
The Vipers just need one more point just to win this set. But if Conestoga can get closer to them, then this might be an extended set.
Yeah, this is going to be a key serve here. Here's the set. Just tips that one over right into the net. That would be a fourth hit, and Conestoga will pick up the point on that one. So now 24-23. It continues to be a close match here. So here's Booten back at the line to serve. This one dug out, good hit over. Another nice dig there by Booten to keep it alive. There's now this is the third one, they gotta get it over. They do, but it'll be a free ball for Conestoga. Here, good hit. That one landing out of bounds. So Boreal will pick up the point on that one, and that will be the first set. So Boreal taking this first set, 25-23. So looking at, if we look over at the Conestoga team and the Conestoga bench, Brad McClure, he has quite a challenge in front of him this year. Turn around a team that went 2-16 last year. We're bringing you now the coach's thoughts on tonight's matchup and the year so far.
It's been a tough year so far for the women's volleyball team at Conestoga. The hopes and dreams for the team continue to grow as Brad McClure, the Condors coach, strives to increase the players' morale and hopefully bring them to glory. Brad goes into detail about his experience with volleyball.
I was tall in high school, wasn't great at basketball. It was something I went out for in grade 9 and then kind of translated that into a 4-year high school career and then played some club volleyball and been working with volleyball in and out of competitive leagues since I was 15, so just seemed like a natural fit.
Brad has been the team's coach for only 2 months, compared to Boreal's coach, Mark Savage, who has been the Vipers' coach for 6 years. Brad, however, remains confident and not intimidated by his opponent.
Been coaching at a fairly high level and had the privilege to learn from a lot of really respected coaches in Ontario, so the fact that he has 6 years and I have 3 months with the team at this current moment in time, I don't really see it as a disadvantage. I've been in and out of the OCAA and the OUA levels for the last 4 or 5 years, so anything that they can throw at us, I've seen. Now our team, it's a little different. They're all growing, they're all learning, they're all rookies. So.
The team is halfway into their season. Brad, along with the team, continue to push themselves to achieve success. He gives us the details on how the team will continue to improve.
Lots of time in the gym, lots of positive reinforcement through technique. These guys are all very young, and because we're not returning a whole lot of veterans or didn't have a ton of success last year, success won't come in terms of wins and losses, right? It'll come in terms of gains made through personal development and ideally set up a foundation for years to come.
Stay tuned for more on the Conestoga Condors versus the Boreal Vipers. From Conestoga, I'm Jordan Young.
Welcome back as we get ready here for the second set. Boreal taking the first set, 25-3. Jordan, what did you like in that set?
Well, what I liked in this first set, especially from the Condors, is them using their height advantage. I really liked seeing Martina Magnus, Alex Pothy, and Tori coming in for those nice blocks. And it was nice, really nice to see Kyla Boutin, their main setter, really go for those nice serves.
Absolutely.
For the Boreals, I must say that the experience and the communication is really helping them a lot, but they really do have to focus on that. They really have to find a way to get through those blocks from the Condors.
Absolutely. So, we talked off the opening about Boreal's more veteran team, and we might see that helping them out. We talked about this one being a battle of experience versus height, but what we've seen from this Boreal team so far is the ability to get up, get those blocks up, get those big jump serves up. So height doesn't really seem to be a problem so far for the Vipers. Boreal starting with this ball as we get ready for the second set. Adrienne Sosi here to start with the serve. Good overhand serve, good dig. Here's a set, hit off the Boreal block. Another one over. And a good hit there, but another great dig. Tip over. Oh, great diving plays there. I think that was Kyla Booten who was able to dig that one out for Conestoga. Boreal there being called. I believe that was a double touch. Conestoga picking up the point on that one. Savannah Sams now will come back to the line for serve for Conestoga. Here's a good set, a good overhand hit. Not quite able to get that one. Savannah Sams attempting to dig that one out to sort of set it, but no one was behind her. She was on the back line. That'll fall. Boreal will take that point and get the ball here.
Yeah, with a shot like that, she's got to set it instead of passing it. Passing it will do what just happened.
Absolutely. So the serve for Boreal. Good set, tip over. Boreal able to dig that one out. Nice hit, another dig here. Sets up a good hit. Oh, a nice diving dig there by Boreal. But this one back just a bit too far. Conestoga will take that one as it tips off a Boreal player. Conestoga holding an early lead in this set, 2-1. They'll get the ball as Alex Pothier steps back to the line to serve. Good serve over there, dug out by Boreal. It's the set, good hit, another good dig there. Booten able to dig that one out for Conestoga and keep it alive. That's that one over. Just a nice another dig there by Booten to keep it alive. Here's the set. That point's going to be awarded
for those nice attacks for the Condors.
Absolutely. That one being awarded to Conestoga on the double touch. Alex Pothier now back to serve. Ready. Good, nice, strong hit there. Unfortunately, just out of bounds on the Pothier serve. So Boreal
switching out.
will take that point. Goulet now back to serve for Boreal. Good hit, good serve. Even better dig for Conestoga. Here's the set. Here's the hit. That one came back there.
Very strong attack by Tori.
That was pretty. That ball came pretty fast there at Adrienne Sosi. Just not quite able to dig that one out as it's tipped out of bounds. As Tori Kozak will step back up to serve. Big jump serve there, but back into the net. And we've talked a lot about that jump serve and how you just need to have the power to get that one over the net.
Yeah, it looks like she had a bit of hesitation there. If she didn't hesitate, she knew exactly where she wanted. That probably would have gone over, but that bit of hesitation.
Yeah, you know what? Those are the points, those errors, they just can't afford to be giving up, especially after losing the first set here in a close one. That one hit out of bounds there, so Conestoga will take that point. Conestoga now leading here 5-3 early in the second. Just making sure the server has a ball there. Good serve. Good low dig there for Boreal. Hits that one a bit of a tip over the net. Conestoga able to dig it out and keep it alive. Good strong hit there. Savannah Sams able to put it just between a couple of players to get the point for Conestoga. Stephanie Fernandez now with the serve. Able to dig that one out as Boreal. Good hit, another great dig. Here's the set. A tip, a bit of a fake out, but Boreal able to dig it out. A good hit there. That one falling out of bounds, however, and Conestoga will pick that one up. Very close there as it was just outside the line.
Good thing Sophie didn't go for that hit.
Sometimes you just gotta gamble on that one. You gotta let it go if you think it's gonna be out of bounds. Fernandez with the serve. Good low dig there for Boreal. Getting ready for a big hit. That one falling out of bounds, I believe. So Boreal will take that point. Melanie Leisure here with the serve. Here's that one, just able to get over the net. Here's the set. Good hit there. Great hit there. Martina Magnus, we've talked a lot about her height, able to get up there and get a good hit off to pick up the point.
We haven't seen many successful hits with Martina, but She is very good at blocking, and hopefully we can see some more improved serves from her tonight.
Yeah, and you know what? Only 10 kills so far on the season for her. She'd like that number to go up a bit. There's a good hit there right off the Conestoga block. A joust, and that one falls on the Boreal side of the court. Conestoga picking up a good point there, and those net battles are going to be important.
That is the exact same thing that's going to help the Condors win this match. But that could hopefully help them win the match.
So Boreal calling a timeout here. Condors leading the second set 9-4. After picking up the first set, Boreal now looking to regroup, because if they can win this set, it's going to be a very difficult hole to dig out of. We're going to take a look at some of our highlights so far here in the second set. So one other thing that's very important that we've seen so far is those serve aces. We haven't seen too many, but getting those perfectly placed serves is key to today's game. Conestoga so far on the season averaging 1.69 serve aces per set. Boreal at 1.09 as we take a look at these highlights here. Just some great sets, some great strong hits. Just able to perfectly place those there. So just those perfectly placed hits as well. Being able to place that ball just between players so it'll fall to the court is very important. And that's something we're going to be look to continuing so far in this game.
It's going to be interesting to see how Brad, who's only been with the team for 2 months, is going to help the team pick up a win tonight, or even in just a set.
Kristen Boudreau now back to serve. Sorry, that was Martina Magnus for the Condors. Here's the set, hits this one over. That one up to the net, just had to tip it over. Almost got a point there as several players were able to dig it out there low. Another set, another good hit right into the Conestoga
block by the Condors.
This one's still alive. A
nice dig.
dig. Stephanie Fernandez able to dig that one out, and it's still alive. And that one there being awarded to Conestoga. I believe it was a net violation call on that one. Conestoga now leading here in the second set 10-4.
Martina with the serve once again.
She's done very well from the line so far today. Good set here for the Vipers. Good hit. Easy dig out there for Fernandez. It's a bit of a tip over. That one falling inbounds, so Conestoga will get another point here.
Alex Pothier with that nice hit there. That really kind of caught the Boreal Vipers off guard, I must say.
Martina Magnus now back to serve for the Condors. That went over, an easy dig here for the Vipers. Free ball back over to Conestoga. Here's the set, here's the hit. An easy dig there. This one a good strong hit, but dug out by the Condors. And another bit of a fake out there. Two players closing in, trying to dig that one out, but neither of them can get enough on it to get it over the net. Martina Magnus now here back to serve for the Condors. Good strong overhand serve. Came back pretty quickly there at Boudreau, but she was able to dig it out. This one going to the side and not going to be able to get that one as it went back at the Condor bench pretty quickly. Boreal will take that point. This one back over. Here's the set at the net. Good hit there over, but well out of bounds there. Conestoga will take that point. Kyla Booten back now to serve for the Condors.
Like we said, Kyla is one of their strongest servers.
And we've talked about how important those serves can be. They'll look for great serves both from her and from the rest of their lineup here today. That one just able to get it over the Boreal block. Back over. That one falling out of bounds. Conestoga will take that point.
Kyla chooses her places right. She could pick up more aces for this. She currently has, of aces, she has 113 altogether.
Very impressive as Kyla Booten now here steps up to serve for the Condors. Just able to get that one over the net. Dug out by the Vipers.
Strong hit.
That one a nice block there for Conestoga. Here's the set. not quite set properly on that one, and that's something they worked about before this game. They're going to have to make sure they're able to set those ball high enough so they're able to power it over.
Condors really using that blocking to their advantage.
Absolutely, and you know, we talked about how in the first set Boreal was able to do that. We're seeing that now from Conestoga, and they currently lead here in this set, 15-5, well ahead here in the second. Good serve there. A nice diving dig there, but well out of bounds. Conestoga will take that point.
A nice attempted effort by the Vipers, but it just wasn't enough.
Absolutely, and that's what you have to do. You have to be willing to give up that body, make those diving digs to try to just keep the ball in play so your players can get it, your teammates can get it over the net. Caleb Booten now stepping up to serve for the Condors. Nice strong overhand serve there, dug out by the Boreal libero. A good hit there off the Conestoga block.
Sophie Kylan and Tori taking the attack.
So another good set, good hit, just past the Conestoga block. This one back over. Tip at the line by a Conestoga player, still alive. The libero gets that one over. Here's the set, here's the hit, and off the block, but still alive. Back down to Conestoga side of the court. Good strong hit there, another good dig there by the libero. Strong there. Nice good play there by Stephanie Fernandez at the back line to keep that one alive. And a low attempted dig there for Boreal, but not quite able to get it. Point Conestoga.
The Condors are really starting to pick it up now. They're starting to communicate a lot better. The defense is working quite a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that first set was a bit of a wake-up call for them. This is, you know, when you play these, the only other team in the Western Conference that's 0-18 matching your record, you expect to win.
Condors are also taking their time with their hits and their passes, too.
Boreal's going to call another timeout here, and not quite the second set their head coach, Mark Savage, was imagining. After that great first set by Boreal, here now they're behind 18-5 in the second set. So speaking of Coach Savage, you know, both these teams made coaching changes this year after pretty poor records last year. Conestoga, of course, going 2-16, bringing in Brad McClure. Boreal bringing in Mark Savage for his 6th year after an 0-18 year, as we take a look at some highlights here. As there was that great diving play there. Courtney Phillips able to dig that one out, but that one unfortunately just going out of bounds on that one. So we've talked about the importance of those diving plays, and that's really something they're going to have to keep up. Just being willing to give up the body and make those good diving plays to keep the ball alive. Because if you can do that, good things are going to start to happen.
Indeed, the Boreal Vipers seem to have a lot of those digs, so that experience of getting those digs will probably help them. But from this set, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. It looks like the Condors are going to take this, but it could go either way.
Absolutely, as Caleb Booten serves here for the Condors. Boreal averaging 11.41 digs per set so far this year. So you know what, they can do it. They're just going to have to make sure they're able to do it
A
here
nice
in this
fake
game.
by number 7, Savannah Sams.
Substitutions now as Alex Pothier is going to take a well-deserved rest. Caleb Booten now back to serve for the Condors. Good overhand serve, just able to get that one over the net, but dug out by the Boreal libero. Good, strong hit. An attempted dig there by Stephanie Fernandez, but we saw just a great, strong hit there from Boreal, and sometimes it's just, you can't do anything with those. Adrienne Sosi now back to serve for Boreal. Good hit there, a bit of a float serve. Good set, good hit. And just there, a nice offensive play. Savannah Sams able to put that one down pretty close to the net and get another point for the Condors. Savannah Sams now coming back here to serve. Good overhand serve, another bit of a float serve there. Good strong, and that one rolls, just not able to get that one over the net as that sort of rolled off the net and fell to the ground, but Boreal will take that point. Stephanie Sicard here now, back to serve for Boreal. just gets that one over the net. Tip there may have been going out of bounds, but the Boreal player will dig it out regardless. Here's the set. Good strong hit there by Fernandez, but kept alive by Boreal. And a great hit there. That one falls just out of the reach of Savannah Sams, and Boreal will pick up that point. We'll see now Stephanie Sicard back to serve for the Vipers. Dug out there. Good set, good hit. That one falls just past the Boreal player trying to dig that one out, and Conestoga will pick up another point. They now lead here 21-8 here in the second set. So Conestoga well ahead here, 21-8 in the second set after losing the first set, 25-23 close. This has been quite the turnaround so far, and they're going to want to keep this up.
Yeah, it's really looking like with the Condors that the first set just gave them a complete wake-up call. They're just hitting back hard this set.
Absolutely. Martina Magnus there with a good tip over. Falls to the Boreal side of the court, and Conestoga will pick up the serve now. Katie Krulicki will come back to serve this one. Overhand serve, and that point is going to be awarded to Conestoga. I believe that was a rotation violation. And those are the points you really can't be affording to give up there, especially with as close as it was in the first set, and now with Conestoga starting to run away with it. If you start making those errors, the game's going to get away from you.
Yeah, with a game like this, it's one little mistake that can give the other team a point. So you really don't want to make those mistakes, especially at this point for Boreal with only 8 points in this set, with Conestoga leading with 23.
Absolutely. We're just making sure both these teams have their rotations set now, and we're ready to go as Katie Krulicki will serve this one. Just great attempt at a dig there. That was Emily Goulet, just not quite able to get it. Have to make sure you're able to, get that on the proper part of your hand so you can get that up, dig it out, and have your teammates ready to knock that over the net. Couldn't quite do it there.
It was a really close serve, almost just hitting the net from Katie Krulicki, but if she does a shot like that again, that could probably mess around with the Boreal Vipers, and that could give the Condors the set.
Bit of a conversation going on now here between one official, Mark Savage, the head coach of the Vipers, and one of the Vipers players. That down there is Emily Goulet having a conversation. We saw a call for a rotation violation, so possibly just wanting to make sure that they're clear on what the rotation should be, who should be in the game, as she heads back now to explain it to her coach. Meanwhile, for the Condors here, Katie Krulicki back at the line, just getting ready to serve after a brief delay. And we're ready to go again. So here's Krulicki. Good high float serve. This one, just able to get it over. That set went a bit odd as it went a bit too far to the side. Her player attempted to hit that one over, but couldn't quite do it. And that'll do it for the second set. Conestoga taking that 25-8. And something that's really important for this Conestoga team is leadership. It's an important part of any team's success, and Conestoga's no different. The team's two captains, Tori Kozak and Alex Pothier. We've talked a lot about them tonight. Both will be looked to for leadership all season long. Alex being the lone second-year player on the team, and Tori stepping up in just her first year. Jordan had a chance to talk to the two captains for their thoughts on the season so far.
While the women's volleyball team of Conestoga prepares for the showdown against the Boreal Vipers, we take a closer look at the team, with Tori Kozak giving us the details on the team's strengths.
I think that we're good at digging in backcourt. We're also good at blocking. We need to work on some stuff, but I feel like we're getting a lot better, and because we're all rookies, we're going to go through the next 3 or 4 years all together, and we're going to be really strong by the end.
Tori is a first year to the team and is also one of the team's captains. She feels very confident in her passing abilities and gives us more on how the team is improving.
My passing has definitely improved. I worked a lot during the past 2 years on my passing, and it's definitely improved, and now I'm one of the passers for our team. For right now, we're really working hard in the gym, and we're lifting weights and doing all that stuff, so that's how we're improving.
Alex Pothier is one of the veterans of the teams, and she feels the team is working hard and bonds well together.
I think they're doing great. they're really good. Like everyone's gelling, everyone is really good at communicating, and you can't tell who's new and who's not.
We hope the best for the team in their pursuit of a victory against the Vipers. From Conestoga, I'm Jordan Young.
Welcome back. A good second set there for the Condors. Maybe woken up by a first set loss. Maybe woken up by a loss yesterday. So Jordan, how did these teams both fare in their matches yesterday?
Well, yesterday it was Conestoga and Cambrian won with three sets winning. So it's nice to see that Conestoga is winning a set tonight. And Boreal, unfortunately, they didn't win any sets, and Niagara took 3 sets for a win yesterday.
Absolutely. And you know what? Conestoga all season long has only won 2 sets. This will be their 3rd. So, you know what? All season long now, they have enough sets to win. They just have to string them all into one game.
I'm sure it's very encouraging for the Condors to get any sort of win as a set. But hopefully tonight, for their team's sake, that they can score an entire win this match.
Absolutely. And another thing we're going to have to watch is we've seen a couple errors tonight so far. Conestoga all season long has had 103 to Boreal's 108. Pretty close there. Both these teams are really going to have to avoid making any mistakes. With this match being as close as it is, now tied 1-1 going into the 3rd set. All players now back onto the court as we get ready to start. This is going to be a very important 3rd set. Conestoga goes into the 3rd set with the momentum after winning that 2nd set big, 25-9. So they're going to look to keep that up. Whichever team wins this set will carry the momentum into the next set where they could possibly win this game.
Conestoga coming up with their team with Martina, Tori, and Alex. All of them are...
Yeah, some of their key players out there for this very important set as Kayla Booten now back to the line to serve. Ready to go. Good overhand serve there just over the net. Dug out by Boreal. Set, here's a good hit. Another good dig there. Big strong hit there. Perfect error. We saw the Boreal libero there. Courtney Phillips trying to dig that one out, but just slightly out of her reach as Conestoga will take that point. Kyla Booten will be back again to serve for the Condors. Another good serve there by Kyla. Good set, good hit, just off the Conestoga block there. Boreal will take that one.
Alex Pothier making a great block there.
That point actually was awarded to Conestoga there. They'll serve here. Kyla Booten with another great serve. Dug out there. 3rd one have to just get this one over, as they do. A bit of a tip there as it looked like number 13, Tori Kozak, looked like she was going to set that one, but she just sort of tips it over in an attempt to confuse the Boreal defense, but they were right there with it. An attempt diving dig there.
It's really looking like with the Condors that they are more focused on setting up those shots and going for those kills, whereas Boreal just seems to be doing anything they can to get the ball over.
Absolutely, and you know, Boreal is known as more of a defensive team, but sometimes offense is the best defense. They really have to focus on their offense here tonight.
An interesting strategy for Boreal, whereas with the Condors, their defensive blocking seems to be more of their attacking advantage of anything.
Yeah. As we talked about off the opening, that height for Conestoga now. We didn't see it as much as an advantage in the 1st set, but it was a big we've seen it as a big advantage in the 2nd set and already here in the 3rd.
Yeah, I would say the 1st set was a lot of Boreal's advantage of being an experienced team together and good communication. Like I said, that's probably going to help them out a lot, but...
Absolutely, and now, you know, Conestoga's awake. They're ready to go. It may have taken them a while to get going, but they were able to, now they're definitely awake, playing very well now, as here they lead the 3rd set 4-2. Up 2 sets to 1 in this game. Melanie Leisure now back to serve this one for the Vipers.
Strong shot by Melanie.
Good
nice
hit
attack
there
by Alex Pothier.
Another nice dig there for Boreal. Free ball back over to Conestoga. Here's the set. Good strong hit, but a
amazing
nice
strike from Tori Kozak.
That one rolls off the net, but it's still alive. Another good hit there. Nice diving
dig
play
by
there
the Boreal Vipers.
Adrienne Sosi with that beautiful diving dig, able to keep it alive. Unfortunately, though, they will lose that point.
While these teams haven't fared in winning as much, they do really work together as a team, and the rallying between the two are really, really good.
Absolutely. The communication so far is good. So if they can just keep that up, both these teams, that's going to be a key advantage for them. Good
Bit of a
set here.
sloppy attack by Stephanie Sicard.
I'm just able to get it over, dug out by Conestoga. Here's the set, here's the hit. Not quite enough on that one as it'll be dug out by Boreal. Free ball back over to the Condors. Here's the set, good hit. Tries
Nice
to
attack by Martina Magnus there.
Emily Roy trying to dig that one out, but it took a bit of a tip off her out of bounds, so Conestoga will take that point.
We do have the tallest players on the Condors team now on the court. Martina Magnus, Alex Pothier, and Tori Kozak.
Here's the set over the side, but a double touch violation called there against the Vipers, so Conestoga will pick up that point. And there's more of those points that Boreal can't afford to be giving away as this game starting to slip away from them here, losing 7-2 in the third set.
The Condors keep this up. This might be their first win.
Good diving save there. Nice hit. That one falling inbounds, so Boreal will pick up that point and stop the bleeding a little. Now 7-3. Emily Goulet now back to serve for the Vipers. Overhand serve there, not quite enough on it. That one will go right into the net. Service error and a point going Conestoga's way. Tori Kozak, one of the big important players on this Conestoga team, will look to do better on the serve there than her counterpart as she's able to get that one over. Free ball back over to the Condors. The set, the hit, dug out there by the Vipers. And that one bit cross up there by the Vipers as they just weren't, no one really went for that dig there. As a result, it landed on their side of the court. Conestoga picked up the point, and now we'll have another timeout here.
Now, Tori this game, so far from what we've seen, she's been shown to be a really strong setter for the team, for serve.
Yeah, and those sets, you know, we've seen a couple setting mistakes so far. That one notable where one of the Boreal players went to set the ball and just didn't quite get enough on it as it tipped out of bounds. So we're going to take a look at some replays so far here from this set.
As we can see here, the Boreal Vipers are attempting to make it over. It's the Condor side.
Just a free ball back over to Conestoga, gets it set.
Now Alex Pothier coming down for the attack.
Alex Pothier is so important to this team. Can't understate that. And as you see there, really none of the Boreal players going for that one, that really close to the net, possibly trying to avoid a net violation, but in the end that'll fall on their side of the court. Conestoga would take that point. Conestoga now leading here 9-3 in the third set.
It's interesting to see what the Boreal strategy for this game might be. It's really unclear. Just hopefully that good communication, and if they find a way to get through those blocks from the Condors, that's really going to help them out.
Absolutely. Saw a good serve there by Tori Kozak, another one of those big players on this Conestoga team. That one spiked right into the net. Emily Roy putting that right into the net in front of her. Point Conestoga. Tori Kozak now back again to serve this one for Conestoga. Good serve there, but dug out by the Boreal libero. This one tipped back over, set, and a good strong hit there. Another great dig there by Boreal. Emily Goulet able to dig that one out. Double touch called against the Vipers, and Conestoga will pick up that point. Tori Kozak will be back again at the line to serve. There's a good overhand serve there, dug out by Boreal. Good set, and we saw there Stephanie Sicard trying to get the good hit off on that one, but just sort of missed it there as the ball fell right in front of her, and Conestoga would pick up a point there. Tori Kozak back again to serve for Conestoga. Dug out there by the Boreal libero. The set, the hit, a good hit there by Emily Roy, but not quite enough on it as Conestoga digs it out to keep it alive. There's another good set, and oh, there's that lack of communication that'll really really kill them. They've so far in this game had good communication, but there's been a couple plays such as that one where their players have gotten crossed up, no one really goes for it, the ball falls and they lose a point, and they've got to really prevent that from happening.
Yeah, with Tori's really aggressive serves, and just that lack of communication happening between the Vipers, you know, this is really going to end up being an edge for the Condors.
Absolutely. Another good block we just saw there by Conestoga. That hit, though, over the Conestoga block as Boreal will pick up the point there. Boreal still well behind, however, 13-4 here in this third set, losing the game 2-1. Christine Boudreau back to serve. That one just over, but dug out by Conestoga. Good hit over. That one falling in bounds. You know, we saw there Emily Goulet back thinking that one may be out of bounds, but it fell just inbounds. Perfectly placed hit there by Conestoga as they'll take that point. Good serve, good dig. That one tips, however, off the dig, out of bounds. Conestoga will take yet another point, now leading 15-4. Substitutions now. Savannah Sams will come out of the game. Indeed they will, just ensuring that the rotations are set. We've already seen a rotation violation called in this game and can't afford to be giving away those points. Conestoga wants to stay on this roll they've been on as of late. Good serve there by Conestoga, dug out by the Boreal libero. Set. Emily Roy with a good hit to get it over the Conestoga block. She's still alive. Free ball back over for Boreal. Set. Good hit there. Oh, but nice.
Oh, and a nice dig from the Condors.
Nice diving play there. Brittany Gulak able to dig that one out, keep it alive.
It was a really close call on the Condors, but they were able to make that dig and just get over to the Boreal side.
Absolutely, and that's all you have to do. If they can keep that up, they'll keep motoring and win this game. Good there, good dig by the Boreal libero. Emily Roy again with another big hit, dug out. Good rally going on here.
Strong attacks by Tori.
But we've seen Boreal's defense really showing itself here.
Nice bait.
Just a good tip there. Conestoga will pick up that point.
It's really looking like the Condors are taking advantage of the lack of communication from the Boreals.
Absolutely, and Boreal's offense is pretty much dried up here since that first set. They're losing this set here 16-4. They need to get back their offensive game, or else this game's going to get away from them completely. Emily Roy, another good hit there. That one falling out of bounds, however. Conestoga will take that point. And we're going to see a timeout here called by Boreal. And as I just said, they're going to really, Mark Savage is going to really have to make sure that they're able to get their offensive game back. This is a game that's really starting to get away from them here. They're losing 17-4 here in the third set. And, you know, pretty soon, this set will be over if this keeps up, and they'll be down to their last set.
You'd think with the experience from the Boreals, with their coach being with them for 6 years, that would help give them advantage. But as Brad said, experience hasn't really affected him. He's had his own experience outside of this team, and while that he hasn't been with this team much, it hasn't been stopping him from, you know, doing the best he can for his team. And that's really showing a lot for the Condors, that communication, the first years, you know, bonding together and everything.
You know, absolutely, and it's not just the experienced coach behind the Boreal bench. The whole team is, on average, a more veteran team. We talked off the open about how Alex Pothier is the only experienced player on this Condors team. Yes, Alex Pothier. So, you know what? Their first years have really been able to come together in this game. They're getting some good hits, some good blocks, and they just have to keep doing what they're doing. They'll win this set, and eventually they'll win this game. Conestoga here starting with the ball. They'll serve. Serving's been really an important part of Conestoga's game here. As we've mentioned, they've had Alex and Tori who have made those. Alex Pothier, Tori Kozak making those great serves so far, and that's won them quite a few points. Another good serve there, dug out by Boreal. Close net play. Emily Roy just able to tip that one off the Conestoga block. Point Boreal.
Boreal's got quite a ways to go to catch up to Conestoga, but if they can do that, they can keep pushing through and they can somehow mess around with Conestoga's blocking, then that could help the Boreal Vipers for sure.
Absolutely. Courtney Phillips now out of this game on a substitution for Boreal. Good set, another good hit. That one falling tipped out of bounds there. Boreal will take that point there. Emily Roy, we've called her name a couple times recently. She's been a large part of Boreal's offense here in the third set. So they're going to need to sort of spread that to the rest of their team so they can get their offensive game going.
Stephanie Sicard trying to make a very aggressive serve, but it hits the net, so.
Yeah, and again, there's mistakes that they just have to avoid, or else, you know, they'll fall even further behind, now down 18-6. Good serve for Conestoga. Good dig. A tip over, but a net violation there called against Boreal. So Conestoga will take that point. Katie Krulicki will be back now at the line to serve for the Condors. Here's the hit. This play whistled down and a rotation violation being called against the Conestoga Condors. So Boreal will take that point. Katie Krulicki now back again to serve for Conestoga.
Appears that the rotation was actually from the Boreal side. Refs are calling.
Yeah, so that'll be their second so far this game. Mark Savage isn't going to be happy about that. Dig there, pretty far out of bounds, but a good diving play there by the libero. Just not able to get that one over the block, and we saw the size there of Alex Pothier. She was at the net there. Boreal with just no chance to get it over her, and they'll lose that point.
Yeah, while Boreal does have three players that are 5'10", it does not stack up against Condor's tallest players, such as Martina Magnus and Alex Pothier.
Yeah, Emily Dorner now coming into the game for Conestoga. Katie Krulicki back again to serve. Good overhand serve there, dug out by Boreal. Bujo with a good dig, up in the air, good hit. Not quite enough on it as Conestoga will dig that one out. Good hit there. That one tipped out of bounds. Conestoga picking up that point as Katie Krulicki will be back yet again to serve. She's had a couple good serves so far this set.
Good serve by Katie Krulicki.
And a good dig by Boreal. That's been the story of this game so far. This one at the back line. Good play there by the Boreal back line just to get that one over the net on their third hit. Here's the set. Free ball back over to Conestoga. Low dig and a tip. And Conestoga just relentlessly staying on the attack. Perfect set there and a perfect hit by Melanie Leisure to get the point there for Boreal. Boreal, however, still behind in the set, 22-6.
Emily Roy coming for the serve now for the Vipers.
That was Boreal's 7th point here in the third set. Good hit there, enough to get it over, but a good return by Conestoga. There's a good hit, another big block there by Conestoga to keep it over. That one just over. That one came pretty hard there back at Tori Kozak. Tipped right off her attempted dig, out of bounds, so Boreal will take that point. Emily Royal will be back here to serve this one for Boreal. Here's the serve. And that one out of bounds there. So Conestoga will take that point. Kayla Booten again back to serve for the Condors. Looking for a good serve from her. And that one perfectly placed there. That's hard to do, but if you can get it to just tip off the net and fall on your opponent's side, your opponent's going to have a hard time digging that out, as Boreal did there. So they'll look for another good serve here from Booten. Here's again, and almost the exact same play there as off the top tape of the net. Boreal able to dig that one out, however. And Conestoga is going to be called there. Boreal will take that point. a violation called against the Condors. So we're now at 24-9 here in the third set. Conestoga only needing 1 point to take this set. Boreal with a long road back as Adrian Sosi steps up with the serve. Good dig there by Conestoga, tip over but dig out by Boreal. Good strong hit, but a great block there, Alex Pothier with a huge block. That's Condors. The 25th point the Condors will take this third set.
It's very good to see the Condors taking another set.
Absolutely. So 25-9 will be the final score of that set. Conestoga now leading 2-1. They're going to go into this a very important fourth set with the momentum. So in a second, we're going to take a look at some replays so far from that third set. And it was really all Conestoga in that set. Boreal not able to quite wake themselves up. And as a result, Conestoga is going to go in with the momentum.
All right, so as we can see here, the Boreal Vipers are attempting to get it over, but that nice block from Alex Pothier stops them from doing that.
And you know, we've seen a lot of Alex. If she can just keep those kind of plays up, just with that 6'1" height she has, if she can just keep getting those big blocks at the net, getting up for those big hits, as she's done all year long, 18 kills and 17 digs, she's been a big part of this team.
Player placement for the Condors is exactly going to be an advantage for them. If they end up with Alex Pothier, Tori Kozak, and Martina Magnus all the way up at the net, like I said, that's going to really help them out with those blocks for sure.
Absolutely.
And as you can see from that replay, that really helped with Alex taking it and stopping their attack.
Oh yeah, ball placement's been really important. Just able to get, when you hit those balls over, you got to just make sure they're placed between your opponent's players so none of them can really dig it out. We've seen some attempted digs that have just tipped out of bounds, so that's a result of that perfect ball placement there.
We're also seeing some really nice serves from Carla Boutin as well, especially those last two serves. They looked really close, but they just made it over.
Conestoga's ruled the serving game so far today, and they just got to keep that up. They'll win this set, and they'll win this game. Another very important thing so far in this game has been offense. We've seen a Boreal team that's really not able to get their offensive game going. We haven't really seen it since the first set. Conestoga all season, I mean, they've got six kills. They average 6 kills per set, Boreal averaging 4.77. So, you know, we've talked a lot about Boreal being more of a defensive team, but they're going to have to wake their offensive game up here, or this game's going to get away from them. So here now as we get ready for this very crucial fourth set. Conestoga leading 2-1. Adrian Sosi will start here with the serve for Boreal.
A nice good serve by Audrey.
Here's a good set, good strong hit, but a nice dig there by Boreal. Free ball back over to Conestoga. Here's the set. Good hit there, but unfortunately right into the net. Katie Krulecki trying to get that one over, but couldn't quite get enough on it as that goes right into the net in front of her. And Boreal will take the first point of this set.
If anything, the Condors have to stay focused, and they cannot let these two wins, as nice as they are, they cannot let them get to them.
Absolutely, and you know what, we've talked about them having the momentum, but that goes both ways. If they start to fall asleep, you think, you know what, we're doing really well so far. They can turtle, and this game can get away from them.
Savannah Sams with a nice attack there, now taking the serve.
Sams will look to continue Conestoga's great serving game so far today. Here's a good set, a good hit just over the Conestoga block. A nice diving dig there. Savannah Sams attempted to dig that one out, couldn't quite get it. That one will tip out of bounds, and Boreal will take that point, now leading 2-1 here in the fourth set.
This could be a very aggressive set for both teams now.
Absolutely, this is a must-win for Boreal, literally. Good dig here, third hit, just got to get it over. Good set here for Boreal. Back over to Conestoga, free ball. Here's the set, here's the hit. That one falling out of bounds. Conestoga will take that point. That one actually now being called inbounds. Boreal will take the point. And now we'll see Stephanie Sicard back to serve for Boreal. That one just staying in bounds there in the corner. That was a perfectly placed serve A good serve ace for Boreal. Stephanie Sicard will be back looking to do the exact thing, looking to do exactly that again, just that perfectly placed serve. Dug out by Conestoga. Free ball back over to Boreal. Good set. A good hit, but that big Conestoga block showing itself there.
Once again, it's those kind of blocks that are going to help give the Condors an edge in this and give them those points.
Net violation there called against the Condors, so Boreal will take that point. Really good serve there by Sicard. Conestoga able to dig it out. Good set, good hit. An attempt at a really low dig there for Boreal, but couldn't quite get it as that one tips out of bounds. Conestoga will take that point. Katie Krulecki now back to the line to serve for Conestoga. Good overhand serve. And something we haven't seen a lot recently in this game is that big jump serve. We saw it sort of not work out for both these teams, whether it was too much power or too little. So it looks like these teams so far shying away from that move here in this crucial fourth set. Katie Krulecki here. Bit of a miss on that serve. That one didn't even make it to the net. Falls in front of the net, and that's unfortunately, they'll lose. Conestoga will lose that point, and the ball goes the other way. As Emily Goulet now back for Boreal to serve.
Vipers make a good serve there.
Good set. Good hit over there, but dug out by Boreal. Tip back over, a good dig. Good set here by Boreal. Strong hit. And you know what? That was a good Savannah Sams, good attempt at a diving play. That ball came back at her very quickly, but unfortunately couldn't get enough on it as it tips back behind her and out of bounds. So Boreal will pick up that point. Emily Goulet now to serve for Boreal.
Nice serve by the Vipers. Condor set it up.
Good hit there and a big block there. Boreal able to get that block up. That's something we haven't really seen them do consistently since the first set. So if they can get those big blocks going, they'll pull ahead in this game. Conestoga now calling a timeout, trailing in this fourth set, 8-3.
Again, what's very important for the Condors is that they cannot let these wins get to them. As exciting as it is, they cannot let that get to them, because that is going to be, if they let it get to them, that's going to be the thing that's going to...
That'll kill them. And that may be what we're seeing here is they're trailing here in this fourth set after showing such a strong effort in both the second and third sets. They don't want this to go 5. Because, you know, if it goes 5, if they lose this set, it could be anyone's game. Or even worse, Boreal could take the momentum and come out strong. We talked off the opening, this is a must-win for both these teams as we head into the Christmas break. Teams want to go in not only with, you know, good momentum as they start out, come back in the new year, but if you can't beat these basement teams, Conestoga sitting 9th in the Western Conference, Boreal sitting dead last 10th, you need to beat these teams. Each team needs to beat the other team to get this important win, and then they can come back in the new year and work on some of the teams higher in the standings. Emily Goulet back to serve for Boreal. Nice serve there, dug out by Conestoga. Good set, good strong hit. An attempted dig out there by Boreal as it tips off a Boreal player and goes out of bounds. Conestoga will take that point.
Tori Kozak, Condor star player, coming up for the serve. Nice strong serve.
Yeah, good strong serve there.
Very close to the net, but just that kind of placement will mess around with the other team for sure.
Absolutely. Boreal trying to dig that one out, but couldn't quite do it. Tori Kozak steps up again to serve. This one dug out by Boreal. And 2 players there. We saw the libero and...
Not sure what they attempted to do there, the Vipers, but...
Yeah, Courtney Phelps and Christine Boudreau getting sort of tied up there. Neither of them really able to get a head off of it. So it'll fall, and the point on that one will go to Conestoga.
Yet again, another strong serve by Tori.
Here's Conestoga with a good set. And a bit of a tip. There's another fake out there. Looked like she might go for the big, strong hit, but sort of tipping that one over as Boreal will call a timeout here.
It's a very nice fake by Martina Magnus there.
Absolutely. So this set's starting to reverse a bit. Conestoga was behind by quite a few points at one point, but they've really closed the gap since that last time out a few points ago. Boreal still ahead 8-7, but that gap closing quickly. And remember, this is the key set. This is the key set for Boreal. If they lose this one, they lose the game. We're going to take a look at some highlights here. And there we see just Boreal trying to make those big digs. They've been able to do it tonight, but on a couple of those, just too far out of bounds, as we've seen some perfectly placed hits, perfectly placed serves by Conestoga here today. Tori Kozak back yet again to serve here for Conestoga. Coming into that timeout, they want to keep the momentum going and pull ahead here. Here's Kozak serving. Gets that one over. Dug out and hit back over. Free ball for Conestoga. Here's the set. Tipped over, but dug out by Boreal. Good hit here, but another nice dig there by Tori Kozak. Gets that one over. Attempted a diving dig there by Emily Goulet. Couldn't quite get it. Tips out of bounds. Point Conestoga.
Tori continuing on with serving for the Condors.
She want to keep her great serves up. Those great serves she's had all game long. Perfectly placed there, but dug out by Boreal. It's up. Big hit there, but dug out. Boudreau digging that one out for the Vipers. Gets this one over back very quickly at the Boreal side, but they're able to dig it out to keep it going. And a big hit there, Emily Roy. Unfortunately hitting that right into the net, so Conestoga will take that point. And Conestoga has pulled ahead here in the fourth set, now leading 9-8. There's some good digs there. This Boreal getting a little crossed up. Free ball back to Conestoga. Good set, and a bit of a tip there. Just able to get it over Martina Magnus there. The big 6'6" player for Conestoga picking up a good kill there.
Yeah, like we were suggesting early on, that height is really going to be helping out the Condors. And as we can see so far within this set and the last two sets, that is really helping out the Condors.
Absolutely, and just a perfectly placed hit there by Boreal. Again, we see it roll off the tape of the net and just fall to where no Condor player was able to get it. Boreal will take that point. Adrian Sosi now back to serve for Boreal. Set for Conestoga. Big hit there. That one, an attempted dig there. Courtney Phillips very close to digging that one out, but that falls to the ground. Conestoga will pick up that point. Mark Savage now calling for some rotations, I believe, or perhaps some rule clarifications. Getting some important strategy to his team.
Could be he's trying to get his team focused.
Absolutely. They've really started to slip here in this fourth set. Conestoga ahead 10-9. Boreal started this set strong, but they're starting to fall behind here. Mark Savage there having a discussion with one of the game officials. He doesn't look too happy.
Seems to be a rotation issue.
We've seen a lot of that. We've seen a couple of rotation violations, so just have to make sure those are, as we've said all night, points you really can't afford to be giving away.
Boreal's got to watch out for those rotations. They have to make sure they're on point. Otherwise, yeah, they're going to be giving points to the Condors.
Absolutely, and we saw a big hit there attempt by Emily Roy, but unfortunately right into the net in front of her, so that'll be another point given to Conestoga.
Condors taking the serve.
Mark Savage yet again having another discussion with the official. Just wants to make sure that, his rotations are all set. Wants to make sure that everything's fine here. So Conestoga here now will take another serve. And that's another great serve by Conestoga. We've seen that all day. Good hit there, but a good dig by Conestoga. That one returned, but another great dig there by the Boreal libero. Emily Roy with another good hit there and picking up a good point there for Boreal. She's been a large part of their offense here this afternoon. Melanie Leisure now back to serve for Boreal. Good hit there. Good set. Bit of a tip over. That one, Boreal defense not quite able to handle that one there, as Conestoga will pick up a point. Martina Magnus now back to serve for the Condors. Martina again, that big 6'6" player we've talked so much about, native of Waterloo. Nice dig attempts there by the Condors. Couldn't quite get it as that one tips out of bounds, and Boreal will take that point. Conestoga still leading here in the fourth set, 13-11. Emily Roy now, a large part of Conestoga, or of Boreal's offense so far today, with a good serve there. And that one, a good serve ace there as it tips out of bounds off a Conestoga player. Boreal will take yet another point here, now 13-12.
It's shots like those that just go a little bit right over the net that are going to help with it each side. If it goes for that large arc, it's really going to open up the setup attempt for either team.
Absolutely, and that hit there by Boreal just a bit too far. That'll go out of bounds, and Conestoga will take that point and get the ball back for another big serve.
Kyla Boutin will be serving for the Condors once again. Definitely their strongest server for sure.
Yeah, she's been a huge part of their game today.
An aggressive serve there.
Now back just a bit too far. A huge diving effort there by Melanie Leisure, but not quite able to get it. Conestoga will take that point, and Kyla Boutin will get the ball back again for another serve.
If Kyla can go for those back shots in the back of the court, that could really help out the Condors for sure.
Unfortunately, a mistake there. That one goes straight into the net. That'll be a serve violation, a point for Boreal, and the ball back to Boreal to serve. Audrey-Ann Sosi will be back to serve here for Boreal. Here's the serve, dug out by the Condors. Good set. But that one there looks like a double touch called. I believe that was against the Condors, so Boreal will take that point and get the ball back again to serve. Audrey-Ann Sosi back at the service line. Good serve there. Here's the set. Good hit there. Dug out by Boreal. Just a nice dig there. She was just able to get it over to Conestoga's side. Conestoga will be awarded that point on another double touch violation, this time called against Boreal. Savannah Sams now back to the line to serve for the Condors. Hits that one, just makes it over the net. Good serve placement there. And another point will be awarded to Conestoga, another double touch violation being called, and Boreal's got to be careful. This game's starting to get away from them. Now
they really have to watch out for it.
Yeah, Boreal now trailing 17-14 here in the fourth set. Here's a good set, a good hit, dug out by Conestoga.
Great setup for the Condors. Tori goes for that attack.
That was such a strong hit rate there, right into the Boreal block. Tipped off the Boreal block, went behind them, and out of bounds. So we're going to see a timeout called here by Boreal. Boreal trailing 18-14 here. Conestoga just a few points away from getting a key victory.
This is becoming a really, really close game for this set for sure.
Yeah, and you know what? This is one Boreal would hate to lose. With them coming out as strong as they have been in this first set, taking this first set. One of their only their second set win all season long. So when you get a start like that, you want to keep it going, as we'll take a look at some replays here. And you've seen there another big attempt at a diving dig there. We've seen, you know what, Boreal's been, they've been willing to make those plays. They've been willing to make those diving digs. It's just they haven't quite been able to get enough on the ball. As we've seen a lot of off those Boreal digs, tipping out of bounds. So, you know what, if they can get key digs at key times in this game and the rest of this set, they can pull this back and win the game, win this set.
It seems the Boreal Vipers are not so well at bringing it back to the other side, to the Condors, when their serves are all the way the back of the court. So
Savannah Sams now here to serve for the Condors. Good bit of a float serve there over the net. Free ball back over to Conestoga. Good set.
Katie Krylicki going for that nice attack.
Good dig there by the Boreal libero. And another point awarded to Conestoga. Another double touch violation against the Boreal.
Boreal really has to watch it. They really do. They have to stop making these violations, and they just have to.
Mark Savage, not a happy man there behind the Boreal bench.
No, Mark seems to be getting a little bit frustrated, but
this one up, a good hit there off the Boreal block. That one just a bit too far out of bounds towards the stands there. Conestoga will take that point, now leading 20
really
to 14.
looking like at this point that Conestoga might take this as a win.
Well, don't count your eggs till they're in the basket. This game's not over yet.
It's very
Crazier
true.
things have happened. Boreal now getting this one over. Conestoga digs it out. Another point going Conestoga's way. A net violation being called there. So this game now sitting 21 to 14 in favor of the Condors here in this fourth set. Just a few points away from taking this game. That one just out of bounds there on the Conestoga serve. Service error, and Boreal will take that point. Stephanie Sicard back to serve for Boreal. Up and a good serve there. Dug out by the Conestoga back line.
Nice attack by the Condors.
Absolutely. Such a big hit there by Tori Kozak, but dug out by Boreal.
Katie Krylicki makes that nice attack there.
Absolutely. Boreal couldn't quite dig it out there, however. Conestoga will take that point, now leading 22 to 15. Just 3 points away from victory here for the Condors. And we're going to have a substitution here. Katie Krylicki will come out of the game. That serve, not quite enough on that serve there, as that falls just short of the net and gives a point to Boreal. Emily Goulet now back to serve for Boreal. Set. Good serve there. That one came back pretty fast. Still alive, got to get it over. And
the Condors make it back onto the other side.
Savannah Sam's great play there to get it over. A great attempt at a hit there for Boreal, but it goes straight into the net. Conestoga takes the point, 23 to 16 now, just 2 points away from taking this game.
What a great play by the Condors there. That was such a lucky shot there.
And they've got Tori Kozak now to serve.
Tori looks like she's going to go for a really aggressive shot.
So yet another argument here between a Boreal player and today's official. The line official now having conversation, and we're ready to go here. So Tori will take this big serve. She's able to get that one over. This went off towards the Boreal bench, a big dive, not quite able to get it. It's now 24-16 for Conestoga and match point.
If Conestoga gets this point, then they'll take this win and they'll take the game with them.
So Tori Kozak serving for the match here. Good hit there. Able to get it over. Good dive. This one's still alive. And that's it. That point being called for Conestoga. A lift being called against the Boreal Vipers. And that's an unfortunate way to lose this game. Boreal called there for a lift. And you know what? We've seen a lot of violations so far in this game against Boreal. And to lose on a lift, that's shown what kind of season this is. So a big win there for the Condors. They'll take their first win of the season here. Conestoga's record now sits at 1-8. And this was, as we've said all game long, this was a big one for the Condors. They're going to go in now to the Christmas break. They're going to go in with all the momentum. So things are looking good for Conestoga. They're just going to hope to keep this going in the next set as we take a look at some replays here. You can see there the lift being called there. That was the winning point here for Conestoga. So one thing we talked about all game long was those big serves. Conestoga, we saw some big serves. Tori Kozak, Martina Magnus, Alex Pothier, just able to make those big serves, get some key serve aces. And you know what? They won this game. And this was one where Conestoga just didn't give up. They fell behind early, losing the first set 25-23. Looked to be close, but Conestoga were able to turn things around from there. Here we see is this one, a great play there, a great play by Savannah Sams. That one was coming pretty close there to the Conestoga bench. And she was just able to get that one over, and that's all you have to do. So we saw some great plays there by Boreal. We talked off the top about Alex Pothier, the team's lone second-year player. As you see her there, a well-deserved victory. She was one of the key players. Her offensive game really led this team to a victory, as did Tori Kozak, number 13, the native of Ayr, leading this team in kills. She picked up quite a few more today, and that was just so key to Conestoga's victory today. Another thing we talked about off the open was the battle between a veteran team and a height team. Early, it looked like the veteran team was going to take this one, but, you know, Conestoga was really able to pull this back. We talked about their first years all coming together, their first years all being able to come together as a team with you know, Alex able to lead the way as the team's lone veteran player. And you know, Conestoga did just such a great job here today. Now we got Jordan standing by at courtside with the head coach of the Boreal Vipers, who will talk about a very tough loss today.
All right, thanks for throwing, Mitchell. I'm here with Mark Savage, the coach for the Boreal Vipers. Mark, thank you for being here with us. I really appreciate it.
No problem, my pleasure.
Yeah. So it is unfortunate with how the game went, but as for your team, how do you think they did tonight?
I thought they played pretty well, especially the first set. Had some good intensity, and we were hitting the ball well, passing pretty well. Unfortunately, we couldn't keep that up for all 3 or 4 sets.
It really seems with your team that communication and just trying to get past the Condors blocks was really part of it. So what do you think from this loss and from the continuing season, what you're going to do to improve?
Well, we're going to have to definitely work on passing, because that helps our offense right there. Defensively, wasn't too bad today. A couple little things to clean up. Then working on keeping the intensity high from the beginning of the match all the way through. I thought we had ups and downs, which hurt us today.
Yeah, of course, and it's all just work. Is there anything else you'd like to add for tonight?
No, I thought good host, nice facility. These guys did a good job. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure speaking with you, Mark.
All right, thank you.
All right, you have a good one. All right, that's it. All right, thank you, everyone, for watching. I'm Jordan Young. We'll take it back to Mitchell Botter.
Thanks, Jordan. So a good interview there with the head coach of the Vipers, Mark Savage. Not the happiest man in the building today as his team falls after such a strong start, as we talked about, winning the first set 25-23, but then losing both the second, third, and fourth sets by quite big margins. So really an unfortunate loss there, Jordan Young, by Boreal. The Condors really going in now with all the momentum, as we talked about, going into the second half now with their first win. So that's going to do it for this afternoon's game. It's the Conestoga Condors defeating the Boreal Vipers 3-1. For my partner here, Jordan Young, our entire crew, I'm Mitchell Botter. Thank you all for joining us, and have a pleasant good afternoon. Good game?
That was a really good game.
Oh, yeah.